Going through the battle again today. We're talking about it. Let's dive right into it, man. Welcome. Thank y'all for joining my live. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok, man. Welcome, YouTube. Hope y'all doing well. Happy Sunday. Um, you know, just hope y'all had a great weekend, man. Great 4th of July weekend. It was definitely a great mental break. I went down the shore for a day and, just to, experience nature and experience life and just, enjoy life. Sometimes when you're working so hard or you're so caught up in, like one way of life, it seems like a cycle. It's good sometimes, to take that mental break. So I'm glad I did, but back to the grind, baby. Happy Sunday. Um, yeah, man, this live will change your life, man. Uh, like we do each and every single day, just, sharing a message from God. Whatever God wants me to say, I say it. Whatever He wants me to do, I do it. So let's get into it, chat. I wish I could play music on here because I make music as well. But if y'all want to check out my music, because it's blowing up right now, it's rap, R&B. It's all has a positive message to it. It's hip. See, I'm a big R&B and rap guy, but I just didn't like the R&B and rap nowadays. You feel me? I felt like the R&B and rap nowadays was just so like, you know what I'm saying? Was so like, what's the word? Um, People care more about what others think of them or like their image more than inspiring others or showing others their true self. We live in a life where everyone's fake, where everyone's trying to show the best versions of themselves because that's how you be successful on social media. That's how you grow. But I'm here to tell you, chat, all you need is Jesus, okay? And if I got to be one of the first, especially being a man or young boy, man, whoever you are, we get discouraged by this social media stuff, man, or just the entertainment industry and like in general because it's like if I don't party and live this way of life and show this way of life and degrade women and do this and that, it's like how can I be successful in this space, right? We ask ourselves so many questions, right? We're like, who do I want to be? Maybe you play video games a lot and you thought about streaming one day. Maybe you love LeBron James, you love Michael Jordan, you love Kobe Bryant, and you always wanted to, like that was your dream to maybe make it to the league one day, but where you're from or you talk to others or your parents or people around you and they told you you're not good enough or it's not realistic or football is too dangerous or how many guys from here that play baseball or rap or sing or a doctor or whatever the case may be, man. But all I can do is share with y'all my testimony and who I am and what I do. So I'm a former Division I basketball player. To get to that point, chat, it takes a lot of grit, it takes a lot of hard work. I sacrifice time, friendships, fun, summer fun to just work. Since I was 5 years old, I told my mother I wanted to play basketball, and I come from the way my mom is. It's whatever you want to do, you do it 150%. And then once you reach that 150%, you go another 100%. Because if you truly love to do it, then you're going to give it all that you have. And you're going to succeed. Because, I'm starting to learn more, chat, that it's not about perfecting your craft. It's not about perfecting other people. It's not about perfecting the world. It's about taking as many shots as you can. Because the more shots you take, the more you learn. The more shots you take, the more you're seen. Right? That goes with a lot of things. So let's talk about jobs, right? I got a bunch of friends that graduated college just like me and are stuck saying, I can't find jobs, this and that. So I ask them, how many jobs did you apply to today? 20. That's not enough. There's people that applied to 100 jobs today. How do you apply for jobs? Handshake LinkedIn. Do you reach out to the company privately like as well? Because when I was in the job world, I would do Handshake, LinkedIn, find the company's emails, find the VPs. I would just email everyone because the more shots you take, the better chance it is to go in. When I was playing basketball, the reason why I ultimately wound up getting recruited was because I realized that, okay, like me, playing and showing myself is not enough. I'm not getting enough exposure. So how can I put myself out there? I learned content. I learned how to edit, basketball clips, basketball highlights. I sent it to every coach, to every single Division I school, chat. And then no one answered. I had to do it again. You know what I mean? Do it again, and then boom, 3 coaches reached back. So you never know. Life's about trial and error. If I would have sat back and went based off of my pure talent, because some people do, you could look at some people, they play in one AAU basketball tournament and they get 10, 15 offers, but you worked hard your whole life. You play in front of all these coaches and just nothing yet. So oftentimes people get discouraged. People say, I don't want to do this anymore. People say, I'm not good enough. So many different excuses. It's not just basketball. That's just my testimony. But, every testimony, you compare yourself to others. You see friends, your peers. who are in your same age range and your same, you know, life range, and you say, well, if they're succeeding and they did it quick and I can't do it quick, then I'm not good enough. But, you know, your journey may be different than someone else's journey. That's what I realized. Like, I used to get discouraged if, like, I posted a video, but then I saw someone else almost post a similar video to me, but theirs got 1 million and mine got 200 views and 1 like. You know what I'm saying? And it would discourage me. I used to try to, like, base my content off of, like, what other people were doing, or I would try to, like, emulate the other successful people. But, you know, I realized, Chad, quickly realized that, you know, it's not about their journey. It's about your journey. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their testimony. You don't know what even goes into their content or what they're doing or their life. Like, there's no reason to compare ourselves to others because we'll never understand. We'll never understand. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Appreciate the love on TikTok as well. If you care, it's my birthday today. London, happy birthday. Happy birthday, brother. What's up, chat? My fault, y'all. I'm on YouTube and TikTok, so I'm going back and forth. I'm giving y'all the word of God. I'm also, you know, on YouTube and TikTok all at the same time, so bear with me. I'm trying to see all your comments, but I appreciate the likes. The main purpose is just to inspire y'all, man, to keep it 100 with y'all, to share my stories and share my testimonies, share all the times in life that I made excuses, all the times in my life that I was ready to quit because of other people. How many times in your life were you ready to quit because you were so confident in something, but you posted something and it got 1 like, you went live and 1 person was on, you studied hard for that test but didn't, you know, but got a C, and then you tend to give up. But it's like, why give up? You know, like, you're still living, you're still here. So now what are you doing? So now, instead of taking those shots, you'd rather just sit back and do nothing than just keep shooting. Life is going on. Like, life is going on. And it sounds so simple. But think about your week, right? If it's so simple, if you got everything figured out, think about your week. Did you grow? Because the point of life is not how much money you made. It's not how many friends you made, how many girls or guys you got with. It's about what impact did you have on others. Did you grow 1% that day, right? Did you learn something new? Did you achieve something? Or were you ready to take that jump? Were you ready to take advantage of your opportunities, but then life hit, you got scared again, you got nervous, you started making excuses. I used to literally go to validation for people that I knew were going to go against me and use that as, like, maybe they know more. I'd go to my elderly people, like people 50, 60 years old that never understand the world of social media, that aren't in this space, that don't even understand that we make more money than they are making, chat, right? Stop listening to your elders. Stop listening to your parents. Stop listening to people that don't understand this world. And listen to people from 30 and under, okay? Not even 30, 25 and under, okay? If you're in the specific entertainment field, social media field, stop searching. Stop going to your parents, people 60, 70 years old that didn't live in this life, that didn't live in this generation. Because for them, when they go on Facebook, when they go on Instagram, they barely even know how to post, let alone know the algorithm and know how to make money and realize that I can sit at home and make millions of dollars monthly, you know, than go into an office and be with somebody else. Now, some people, you know, like, that's their testimony, but I got many friends, you know. I'm talking to the people that want this social media entertainment life because there's so many of us, right? Especially post-pandemic. Maybe we wanted to be businessmen. Like, I thought I always wanted to be in business, right? But life changes. It's okay to have life changes. But people would say, oh, you're scared, you're being lazy. Because I want to do social media, I'm being lazy because I don't want to get a real job? No. So you grind, you get your job, but at the same time, you take all that extra time that you have. Because, yeah, stop making excuses, chat. I never had a full-time job, but I had part-time jobs in business. And I had to sacrifice. So if I work from 9 to 1, from 1 to 8 to 9, I got to do content. I got to learn. Maybe I'll take a nap in between, but you got to sacrifice, man. You got to work. You got to work. And the only reason why I'm saying that, it's great to have another source of income because you don't want to put too much stress on yourself. You don't want to, like, force yourself to, like, have to do something because then your content's not good either. So people say that, you know, just do the content and just go forward with that. I tried that too, but what that did was I didn't have the income to, like, you know, help fund my content. On top of that, I was, like, stressed, you know, about bills and things because life was still going on, but all I was doing was content, you know. But that's my journey, you know. I decided to take that risk. I had some money saved from my previous jobs as well. So make sure, you know, if this is what you want to do, you got to get ready to sacrifice. You got to get ready to grind. People say it's so easy, but you just got to be seen as much as you can. Yes, it might be annoying to edit that video for an hour, but It's the same thing as you sitting there watching a TV show for an hour. Like, you're not really accomplishing anything, you know? Like, don't we want to accomplish things? Like, I would sit around, chat, and, like, be contemplating, like, I'd make this video, but be like, it's not going to work, it's not good. And then I'd waste the whole day just contemplating, should I post this video or not? And now 8-9 hours went by, and I don't have one post. You see what I do now? I put the camera up each day, I just do whatever, and I get as many shots as I can. And look at my follower group. When I was sitting there trying to figure out the algorithm and do my research and learn, I was stuck at 7,000 followers for 4 years. I gained 5,000 followers in 1 month. I'm the same guy. I just take more shots. That's it. I just shoot more. I don't even care. I don't, and people are like, how'd you get so good at editing? I don't know how to do that. When I first started this stuff, I didn't know how to do it. I used to have to, pay people to do it. Because, one, I was too lazy. Two, I was never too good with technology and stuff like that. But I learned. And guess what? I went from not even knowing how to use, because CapCut wasn't around yet. It was iMovie. But I was so bad, with iMovie, it would take me, an hour to edit, just to clip it. Not even edit it. Just to, clip it, clip the whole thing. It would take hours. So I wanted to give up there. But then what happened? I prayed on it, and God said, no, if this is what you want to do, you got to give it your all. You got to learn, right? Right? You're making excuses that, well, I don't want to edit. I just want to be a content creator. But that's what it comes with. Okay, if you don't want to edit, then sacrifice. Build up another way of income to pay someone else to edit. But it's going to be sacrificed either way. People say that, don't sacrifice your time to have some maybe not a 9 to 5 if that's not what you do, but do something part-time. It's like I told y'all. I didn't have a 9 to 5, but I had a part-time job based off of what I wanted to do. If you want to be a content creator, what's the point of having a part-time job at Sahara Sam's? You know what I'm saying? Or if money, if you're going for the money, that's fine. But if you want to learn, this is what I did. I got an internship once I graduated my last semester of college because I couldn't play Division I ball no more. I found out I had the heart condition. So it's now what, right? Still got to figure my life out, right? Because in my mind, I worked my whole life to play ball. Now I'm finally at the promised land. It's imagine, I'll put it into perspective, right? Whatever your dream is, right? What's up? What's up, Lukey? Okay, so I'll give y'all perspective on how sad and frustrated I was. So, okay, let's say, right, you have $0 in your bank account for 10 years, but you know that on that 10th year, as soon as that 10th year hits, you're gonna be a billionaire. But you know that you're gonna have to grind. Put into your mind, you're gonna have to grind for the next 10 years and be broke. But once that 10th year hits, you're going to be rich. Now you're at year 9. You're at year 9, grinding, right? Whatever job you're doing, you're grinding. You're almost there. Now they're saying, oh, you got it now. All you got to do is just be consistent with what you're doing. You don't got to do the extra anymore. You don't got to be in the gym extra hours. You don't got to do the extra work, do the extra research. It's yours. Just literally excel one more year. Guess what? Heart condition, can't play no more. 9 years. In my mind, it was far more than 9 years. In my mind, it was 20 years. Because I've been playing basketball since I was 3 years old, and now I'm 21, 22 at the time. What am I supposed to do? I used to say I had a backup plan, but all I wanted to do was go to the league, man. That's all I knew. But life still goes on. Thanks, I need to hear that. No problem, man. Yo, thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. Thanks, everybody, for saying what's up, man. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I'm trying to read the comments and stuff like that, but like I said, I'm on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, and I'm, giving my spiel, so... But excuses, man, excuses. And I'm so glad life hit me the way I did so I can share my testimony with y'all so y'all can see, firsthand, Because all these DDGs and all these other people, man, they're already rich. So yes, they're giving you advice, but they've been rich for 5 years. Now you get to see the battle. You get to see the storm. You get to see someone that knows what it takes to reach that threshold. Because, yeah, we know the stats. 0.3 people play Division I basketball, chat. I was in that threshold. I won a conference chip. I made March Madness. I got my college degree. I had business jobs. I started my own marketing company. I took care of my family, myself. I hit rock bottom. I went up and down and up and down. So that's why I said, chat, make sure y'all follow, man, because everything happens for a reason, and God brought me here to help motivate and inspire y'all and show y'all, right, what it really takes to be great. Yes, I'm broke right now. I'm down right now. Still figuring my life out. I'm stressed, but I'm here every single day grinding. Y'all making excuses, chat. Yeah, we all go through life, right? Life still goes on. But I have the responsibilities of a grown man, taking care of not just myself, of my family, of others, my nieces and nephews, of other people. And this is really all I'm doing, chat. Like I'm like living my life myself. Like every day I wake up, it's no guaranteed paycheck, right? This is how I'm living my life, and I'm growing, I'm growing, I'm growing. I'm actually doing better. And why is that happening? Now, why is this ultimately happening, right? I'm grinding more, but life is more stressful. Life is still going on, and now there's no guaranteed paycheck. Why am I more successful? Why am I getting more income, right? One, because in my mind, it's like, it's something that I love to do, right? So I'm putting all I can into it because it's like, it's fun. I love to do it, but at the same time, I'm letting God lead me. That's why it's easier. You want to know why life is easier? Why when I had $100,000 in the bank and my own marketing company, I had all this and that, and I was partying and with all the women and all this and that. Why was life bad? Like, I thought I was stress free, but I was stressing more, right? I wouldn't even care about buying stuff. I wouldn't even care about going places. I wouldn't even care about doing stuff. You want it here. But I was even more depressed, more sad, because I was turning farther and farther and farther away from Jesus, and farther away. And I thought, I'm getting more money and more attention and more girls. I'm not in that social media limelight, but I'm getting everything else. I'm getting the attention I always wanted and desired, but my life stinks. Like, I'm like, every time like I leave that temporary lifestyle, I come back home depressed with myself. Can't even be sober minded, like can't even like get past my day. I said, you know what? I don't want this lifestyle anymore. So after figuring my life out, after being down bad, heart condition happens, yeah, because like I said, chat, after my sophomore year, couldn't play D1 ball anymore. Had to figure my life out. Still had to be in college. I was depressed, didn't know what to do. So I got the internship, learned, grew, and grew in my faith, man. That was the main thing. Like, I felt like I had nothing else. Maybe it's sad to say that I turned back to Christ because I had nothing else, but he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care why. He just wants to hear from you. So if that's what it takes, chat, that's what it takes, but pray on it and do it now. We talk about spiritual warfare and preparing for the battle. Prepare for the battle now, chat. Prepare. Don't be like me and think that you got it all figured out, because once the storm hits and you don't have Jesus, then you're like me. You're in shambles. You lose yourself. It don't matter how much money you make, how much you got. Like, you'll never be satisfied without Jesus. Okay? My life, every time, and I'm so glad that life hit, like I hit rock bottom, chat. If I was to never hit rock bottom, lose 3-4 of I lost my mom's sister, mom's brother, and my grandfather, all in the midst of the same year of the pandemic, and finding out that I had the heart condition, chat, all in 1 year. Mind you, I was super faithful. I was super in the church before that. Since I was a kid, I was always talking to the church. I went to a Christian school. So I knew Jesus, like, prior to this. When I was hooping, when the attention came, when the women came, I thought I was him. I thought I didn't need Jesus. And I thought I was carrying myself until life really hit hard. And then life hits hard. I hit rock bottom. I turn to Jesus for a period of time. He lifts me back up. Now I'm rich. I'm doing all this and that. I'm young. And then I turn back to that lifestyle. And now I'm back away from Jesus. Now life is even worse than when I found out I had the heart condition. And I said, you know what? After that, I'm giving up everything. And I'm giving up and I'm just giving everything to Jesus. What's up, Isaiah? Man, just sharing the gospel, man. Just sharing with y'all like the word of God, and sharing with y'all that, like, you see all these social media people and all the cars, the jewelry, the women, the party, and all this stuff, and we think it's cool. We think that if our lives was like this every single day, we'd be happy. But I've talked to these people. I live with these people. I grew up with these people. I lived in that. I also lived in that New York period. If y'all know someone named Sneeko, he literally went to my college, Hofstra, for a year. I used to see them, Tylil, all them dudes dancing around, because I played Division I basketball. So they used to be around the parties and all these things. I used to see these dudes, Life is not always as easy as you think it is, chat. Now, I don't know them personally. I met them a few times, talked to Sneeko, talked to these dudes, but I'll tell you one thing. These dudes have a different type of grind, man. It's really 24/7 for these dudes. And y'all be thinking it's fun, but their fun is non-stop grinding. So even when you see the fun, it's non-stop traveling, it's non-stop content, it's non-stop. No matter what it is, it's going to be a grind, right? You also got to take in the fact that also now you got the income coming in and you're rich, but now it's fame, it's hate, it's people in your relationship every single second of every single day. I say this all to say that no matter which way you look at life, from if you're a janitor, garbage man, teacher, doctor, lawyer, any job, it's all going to be stress. You think you can run? I thought I could run. I thought basketball was like my only happiness. Basketball got hard. Once you get to that Division 1 pro level, it turns into a job. It's a whole different world. So everything, like no matter what it is in life, chat, and we're seeing even entertainers. Look at Robin Williams. Look at different athletes giving up their sports like to refine themselves, because everything in life, chat, it's not as easy as it seems. What's your full name? My name is Carl, bro. You trying to give out government? My name is Carl. My story's on my bio. You could probably go through my page. I am on Google and stuff, so you can search me up if you do enough scrolling and stuff like that. But I just don't want to give out my government here. So if y'all care that much and like want to support me, then go right ahead. It's not that hard to find me, no cap. Not that hard. Because I've done this in basketball and music. You just got to know the name. That's it. But yeah, man. Life goes on, chat. Life goes on, man. And you can't take what other people are telling you. Like, I live life now like a sponge, okay? I see what's going on. I know the world. I'm understanding the world. I'm learning from the outside. But don't let it take you in. So what does that mean? Okay, I'm stressing about bills. My bills are due the end of the month, whatever. And now I go on social media. And now I see some rich dude hit some parlay, right? He had $10 left in his name, so he just hit some parlay, $10 to $1 million. So now I'm like, shoot, now I'm going to do the same. So now I take my last money knowing I got bills, and I'm like, this is a sign, this and that. And I throw it all on red and lose it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be absorbed by the world. Don't let, like, something you see be a sign or be an influence, because that's not how Jesus works. That's not how Jesus works. If you want to really hear Jesus' whispers, true signs, it comes through prayer. It comes through speaking through him directly, right? You can't just like search for it. It just comes. The closer you are to him, the more you feel it naturally. But you can't search for temporary pleasures. You can't search for that temporary gamble, that temporary parlay, and think that like life is just gonna because even if you hit, right? I mean, people have hit crazy things. People have done crazy things, but then what happens? What happens? They get so confident in themselves, they throw it all back in, or over time, like they lose it. You know what I mean? So you just can't. I say that to say that it's the literal gamble, but it's life in general. Like, don't take life for like a gamble, man. Patience, steady growth, steady growth. Thank y'all for the follows, chat. Right? My whole life since I was a kid, I've always been a saver of money, but for whatever reason, like when life got hard, I just stopped caring. Then when I got a bunch of money, I really stopped caring. And I was like, wait, I'm getting all this money, but it's going just as fast as it's coming in. Because no matter how much money you're making, we see all the time, rappers, athletes, entertainers, doctors, whoever you are, lawyers, they make all this money and then lose it all. The same way, financial advisors, so patient. Be willing, if you are going to invest, if you are going to gamble, make it for fun. It should be like 1% of your income. Like, it shouldn't have any impact. But I don't recommend it at all, because that will turn into more. But that's just my advice to y'all. I can't tell people what to do, but don't ruin your day on temporary pleasures. Don't ruin your day telling yourself that this is going to happen or this is going to happen. Like, you got to just let life go and let life move, and don't take any day for granted, or don't value life on a day-to-day basis. Okay, today I had a good day. This is a sign. Tomorrow was a bad day, so I shouldn't do this anymore. Every day is a blessing because we woke up. We woke up, chat. Every single day is a blessing, chat. As long as you woke up, you know what I'm saying, you're breathing. You still have the opportunity to be great. We see all the time, man. People have figured out their lives. They have no arms, no legs. They're, going through like mental challenges, disability, stuff of that nature, and they still, they still find a way to succeed. They still don't let these things stop them. They take what God gave them, right? Because all these things are different gifts from God, and he wants you to inspire others, because there's others in that field. There's one girl that has not schizophrenia. It's her name is like Bailey Dupree or something, and she has Tourette syndrome. And I know there's many people with Tourette syndrome that follow her and love her because she's not scared to be vulnerable. She's not scared to show people what it's like on a day-to-day basis. But most people in this world won't be those people. They want to sit back and feel bad for themselves and say, why do I have to live like this? Well, why don't you take that, since you got to go through it anyway, right? Take whatever you're sad about, chat, take that and and learn and take that and inspire others with that. It don't got to be content, if you're not comfortable with the content. It could be just sharing your testimony with a friend, a local friend, or someone down the street, or a sibling, sharing what you go through or what you're experiencing. Because we all know, but this is what happens. We lie to ourselves and we lie to them. We make ourselves seem better to our peers, to our relationships, to people around us because we're embarrassed. Well, let me tell you something, man. I lived that life. More than you know. More than you know. I mean, I used to lie, be an attention seeker. I used to be like, okay, to be these group of friends, I gotta act like them. To be these group of friends, I gotta act like them. And my life was based off of what others thought about me. And all I did was draining. I lost my self-confidence, and that's why I was becoming more and more depressed. Because, like, self-validation, like, if thousands of people were telling me I'm good at basketball and I'm good looking, or I can sing, or I can make music, or whatever it is, I'm good. But if nobody tells me, like if everyone says I suck, like if I know in my mind, like I just made this song, but everyone else tells me it sucks, then I'd be that guy like, yep, it sucks. After a while, I realized a couple things, okay? Once I started to reach that success in basketball, and because, when things were going bad, I used to tell people my dreams. I want to score 1,000 points in high school. I want to be in the Hall of Fame. I want to make an impact. I want people to remember my name, right? I want, for when you go to the school, like my name is just like hanging in the banner. Like that was just always like a big dream of mine. Like that's the initial dream. Then I wanted to go D1. My ultimate dream was to be pro. I wanted to be in the league so bad, like that was my dream. So what I would do was, and I was a hard worker, put all I had into it, but I would tell others. I would tell others my dreams. And they'd sit there either just wishing that like they like had dreams like that, but like they, don't even believe in themselves, or don't understand, like don't have those dreams at all, so like they don't understand, so they just think about if they were to do the same thing and they couldn't accomplish that, so they put you down. Some people think it's help, like because they just compare themselves and they say no, because I know if I did that I'd just be wasting my time, so they put you down. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thank you so much. But man, don't let others put you down, chat. My mom taught me that because I cried one day, man. Like going into my junior year of high school, chat, I had 156 varsity points going into my junior year of high school, no offers. Mind you, before I got to high school, I was in all the rankings, top 100 player, top 5 player in the state. Life just, I get to high school, I didn't even get a chance to try out with the JV or varsity team. Played freshman, scored 40 the first freshman game. Started in JV point guard and got bumped up to varsity. Didn't even score a varsity point my freshman year. Did me dirty. Started varsity my sophomore year. Was just standing in the corner shooting threes. Had no confidence. Was scared. Then, all my peers, because I went to a very large school, like a well-known great school. There was 3,000 kids in my school. And I was still saying, no, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to do one. Like I was trying to like prove myself to them. And then when I, go out there and score like nine points, in a varsity game, it's like, come on, like people would make fun of me, laugh at me. So when I got to my junior year, I was the best player on the team, but I was only, those first 4 or 5 games of my junior year, I was probably averaging 17, 18 points per game. And that sounds decent, but for who I know that I am, that's not good. I was shooting like 30% from 3, 45% from the field. Like my numbers weren't good. Averaging 17, 18, but like not good. We weren't winning much. I didn't have confidence, and I just remember crying one day. Like we had a big rivalry game. I had 4 points. I'm like, yo, like, this is supposed to be my time. I'm an upperclassman. I have 4 points, in front of my peers. Sold out. Game was sold out. Big game. Lost the game. And I said, Mom, I just don't get it. Am I scared out there? Like, what am I doing? And then she said, you know what, son? Write your dreams down. Are you doing it for them or for yourself? Whatever you want to do, write it down, read it every day, and just keep believing. But you also got to work. So you're working hard right now, but if you're not confident there, then you're not working hard enough, so work even harder. So I just dedicated my life to the grind, to work. No more friends, no more partying, like a different type of motivation, man. Like that stint, like that's the closest I ever felt with Christ, and something happened. Next game, I kid you not, 33 points career high. Next game, 25. I go on a run, I average like 28 points per game in the span of like 6 games. I bring my average at the end of the season up to like 25 points per game. It's ridiculous. Like I'm back. And then, but then this is when life shifts again. Now I'm back, right? Averaging 20 points a game. College looks coming in. College coaches calling. Now the attention comes back. The girls come. Everyone's calling me him. You're going to the league. That's when I turn back away from Christ. Now, even though I turned back away from Christ, I was still hooping, right? I would literally like have like games where I'd be like it'd be a Saturday game and I'd be partying the night before. Like I don't care, I'm just going to score 30 anyway. Mind you, yeah, I was scoring 30. We weren't winning. Our record was like 17-11. Once again, that sounds good, but we were projected a top 5 team in the state, in South Jersey in the state, and we were not good. We lost 11. We were 17-11. This is my senior year. It was no longer about the leadership. It was just about me and my attention. It was about going out there and scoring as many points as I can. That's why we didn't win. That's why my recruitment was up and down, because people were like how much leadership does he have? How much does he want to win? Like stuff like that, you know. I became like, I'd rather go out there and score 40 like and lose. So yeah, had like some looks but no official offers. Bryant University was the first school that I talked to. They had just become D1. I committed there before I even took the visit. It was 5 hours away from my home in Rhode Island. It was nothing there in Rhode Island. Rhode Island's a great place, but where Bryant is located, there's nothing around there. I just didn't like it. So I decommitted with nothing, with no looks. I crazy risk, but I just trusted in God. They still had me, even though I was still doing my own thing, partying, you know, working out but partying. He still delivered me because I still ultimately believed in him. And I get to college, you know, things don't go as well as I wanted to. I get hurt early, you know, but come back, great team, win the championship, learned so much. Sophomore year, ready to take that jump, ready to be a potential meaningful player that has a great impact on the team. Coach that recruited me gets sick. Assistant comes in. I don't play a single second the entire year. I don't even practice some of the times. Like, imagine, like, you're not even playing. Imagine, like, sitting there like, bro, I might not even practice today, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. And I played, like, 10 games my freshman year. Only averaged, like, 5 minutes a game. But I played. Didn't play at all my sophomore year. I was ready to transfer. This is when I, once again, like, was just giving it all back to God because life sucked. Nothing was going well for me. I was getting no time. I kept getting hurt. Every time I get a small chance, something just kept happening. Boom. My 21st birthday hits. My dad's like, mind you, at this point, I'm just like waiting. Like, I'm reaching out to schools. I have barely any stats, so like nobody wants me, but I'm still in my mind like, no, I gotta go D1. I gotta stay D1 because once again, it wasn't about me. It was about proving myself to others, and I just couldn't have in my mind that like I'm playing D2 or D3 now, whatever that means. So I'm only reaching out to D1 schools. Of course, that's not working out. I have no stats. My dad is like, this is going to sound crazy, but it's a part of the journey, and I'm keeping it real with y'all. My dad wanted me to get my first drink. So we go out, I get the drink together. I meet this guy who happens to be an agent. He said he already knew me from the Jersey area because I was a good hooper out there. And not many New Jersey players are college hoopers, let alone D1. So when you are D1, all the old heads from the area and basketball gurus, they just know who you are. So this dude said he just wanted to potentially like be my agent and help me out. He said he knew a guy that did workouts, that had a bunch of coaches there. I was like, finally, man, I'm getting another shot. So he said, you've been working out, right? You've been in the gym? I was lying. I probably worked out for like every other day for like an hour, like really just shooting, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't even know if I wanted to hoop anymore. Like, my college journey was so bad those first 2 years. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was just kind of just like waiting, like just putting it in God's hands. And then I go to this workout. I'm nervous now because there's about 8 D1 coaches, about 6 Division II coaches, and about another 4 D3 coaches. And I mean, there's D1 talent there. There's a bunch of like up and coming guys that are high level 5-star recruits. There's guys that are already D1. There's guys that went from D1 to D2. I mean, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm barely working out. I just prayed. I went out there. I didn't even know what I was doing, man. It felt like a movie. I never forget. I never did this before. I had a transition layup. I said, forget that. I pulled it out. Everyone was like, what are you doing? I shot a 3. Like, just doing stuff, man. Like, when you give it to the Lord, boom. Of course, coaches reached out, but now I was more focused on just what was the best opportunity for me. So, could have took that D1 route and, you know, with no stats and, you know, maybe walk on somewhere or, like, be like the last scholarship player or something like that, or go D2 or D3, rebuild myself, help myself out. So at the time, the University of New Haven in Connecticut, this coach, he really liked me. He said, you be the point guard right away. It was a D2 school. I didn't even care no more. I was just happy. I was finally grateful for something, just the opportunity to just play. He really liked me. He said, you can be the guy. I said, well, I never thought I'd hear those words again, that I could be the guy on a team. I thought, you know, I'd just be a role player or something like that. I finally got my chance. I'm happy. I'm My life has changed. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I go home the next week. I'm going down to do a push-up. Feel this serious pressure in my chest, chat. I'm like, what the? I never felt this before. So I go down again. I'm like, Mom. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I probably got like a muscle tear or something. Let's just go to urgent care. I go to urgent care. They said that because it was near my heart, they wanted to do the EKG. Did that. It was irregular, but this wasn't too crazy. This happens to people all the time. But they said, just follow up, go to the heart doctor. Went to the heart house like a month later. They did the scanning. They said, man, you had a heart murmur, man, like this whole time. And through the grace of God, I had no episodes on the court. Mind you, I was always working hard. I was always on playing sports. I was always in stuff, and nothing ever happened to me through the grace of God. The only episode I had was when I was 8 months old. I passed out and my mom's arms got like real like high temperature. But besides that, like nothing happened. So we thought we were good, but had this heart murmur thing. Told me I can't hoop no more. Gotta take it easy. Took a year and a half off. Was just real depressed at this point, man. I just turned into a college kid. Like, I went from a motivated, like, trying to change my life, family's life, to just a college student. I don't even care about school. I'm ready to just party, have fun, get with girls. Mind you, like, during that basketball journey, I had a girlfriend at the time. I also lost her. In the midst of losing everything, I lost her because she was Albanian. I'm black. Loved the girl. Love of my life. Dad was racist. Dad said him or me. The dad was loving to her. He just didn't like me, so she chose him, and I lost. So I lost everything, man. And I didn't know like what to do. I took the time off. I was went away from God. I just started partying, drinking, smoking, hanging out with the wrong people. And for a little bit, because I said it's always temporary pleasures. It's gonna feel good temporarily. It did, because it was different. I like was never this dude before. Because I was always motivated. I always kept myself from being too much in the midst of the crowd because I thought I was always different. Once I like put myself back in the mix, I was like, yep, I don't care. But ultimately, the worst thing I did was turn myself away from God. I still believed in him, but I questioned if like me praying right now or like me like doing the extra, like reading his word today could like impact my day. I thought fate is fate. It's terrible. I remember having those conversations, chat, and my life got worse. I started to drink, smoke, party more. I started to tell myself that I need these things to be happy. I need to be around women to be happy. And I lost myself real bad. I almost didn't even want to finish school, but because I have higher influences than me, and because I knew my mom like sacrificed like so much for me in my life, I had to stay. I tried to talk to a counselor, but it was the pandemic, and that didn't work. It was over the phone. That didn't work. Never forget, man, like family members would call me, friends would call me. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just in my room, alone, depressed, rock bottom, just losing all my money. I didn't care. And I never forget this, chat. I never said this before, but I remember sitting there like 10, 11 p.m., shade, like super dark, no TV on, no phone, nothing. Just like, you know what? I wouldn't care if I just got in my car right now and something happened to me. It wasn't even like seeking, pain or saying, I'm going to crash, but it was like, you know what? I'm just going to get in the car and drive fast and just like whatever happens. Like I was having like those thoughts, man. And I really did get in the car and just drive. I didn't drive fast, but I was just driving with no cares. Like rock bottom, chat. Absolutely rock bottom, man. And I'm just saying that to say, man, like you are not alone. And once I was at this point, I just like was so depressed. I just turned into like a little boy again. I was calling my mom 100 times a day. I was like, Mom, I'm scared. I'm sad. Like, just sad, man. Turned away from my friends, just turned away from everybody, man. It was just not good. And then one day, my mom said, like, you gotta make a change. Like, you can't keep living like this. You're not even gonna finish school. So, and I think, thank you, Mom. I'm about to cry, bro, because like, we need to be more grateful for our parents, chat. We are so hard on our parents. This is what I used to do, right? Because our parents, they don't want us to see sad, so we'll tell them something sad over and over and over again, and then they'll just give us a better perspective or try to be positive, and then we'll take it as they're not trying to hear us or they're just trying to tell us, oh, people have it worse or this and that. No, they just don't want to see you sad, because as you get older, you realize that if you sit there in your thoughts and have someone feeling bad for you, then it's even worse. Then you feel validated to be sad. They just want to sit there and have someone hug you, hold you. But when you have people that say, you know what, get up, keep going, keep fighting, baby. This is your life, baby. This is your time. That's when you succeed. You see, when the fire hit me over the course of my life on that basketball court, I kept going because there was no handouts. I always played up when I was younger. I never forget this 2-ball dribbling. You always say, how can I do stuff like this? How is it so natural? How can I just wake up in the morning and just be like this? One, I pray. I give it all to God. I show gratitude, but like I put my life into this, guys. Like you can see it in my eyes. You can see it in my voice. Like this game right here, I'm a goofy, all fun and games, but like this was who, like this was me, guys. So imagine like being so close to my dream since I was 5 years old and being told I can't play no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then not have Jesus. Like, do not be like me. Prepare now. Give it to Jesus now. Especially if life is going well, especially, like, don't think you're too high or too low. Just be here. Just be in the present. I live a life now. I don't care if I have $1, a million. I don't care if I have 1 million followers or one. I don't care if one person is alive or 1,000. Because I remember where I was. Okay? I was in that car like, I don't care anymore. I don't. I didn't. But guess what? I got Jesus. And I hit rock bottom, and I had nothing but Jesus, man. I mean, I couldn't physically be there with my mom. I tried to call her 100 times a day, but her not being, like, physically there because I'm in college, it's like I needed some more fulfillment, okay? Like, and I got the best mother in the world, unconditional love, got me whatever I wanted. She got a rags to riches story. I mean, like, it's ridiculous. Like, I was spoiled suburban kid. Like, I don't deserve none of this mess. None of it. Y'all do deserve none of this mess. And I still failed. I still got sad. No one would ever believe this. Like, if y'all knew me, like, growing up, everyone thinks it was always success. It was always, you know, like, just always great. No. But if these other content creators want to lie to y'all, so be it. I'm going to sit here and give y'all the real. I'm going to sit here and tell y'all how life really was for me. And I hope that y'all can understand my testimony, you know, feel it, and just be ready to give it all to God. Like, humble yourself, realize that no matter how successful, how much money you have, you're not going to get that full fulfillment. You know, I didn't. Maybe you do, but I sure didn't, chap. So all I can do is be real with y'all, and you know, I never tell y'all what's right or wrong because everyone's journey is different, everyone's life is different, but I know what's right for my life based off of Christ because he tells me, you know, and you just got to give it all to him, man. Like, all those temporary pleasures, self-validation, it's not going to get you nowhere, right? 1,000 people a day telling you you look good, you're still going to ultimately, after a while, get used to it and then start looking yourself in the mirror and not believing it yourself, okay? So just don't take life for granted. Don't see life as today's good, today's bad. This is my sign, this is this is that, and just be grateful, man. Like, stop going against people that love and care about you. Stop chasing stuff. Stop chasing things, chat. I chased it. If I had to go back, now, through the grace of God, I'm glad I took the Division I approach, because if I went D2 or D3 and I was really hooping and praying, I probably would have had an episode, chat, okay? Like, on the court, in front of my family, televised, everybody. So I'm glad I was D1, not playing. Because guess what? I was limiting my heart stuff, you know, limiting, like, the stuff that can happen. So, you know, it's always a blessing in disguise, man. But if I didn't have this situation, my advice would be to y'all is seek who wants you. Don't go after what you want, okay? I knew that the Division I route, I was going in there with sharks, with a bunch of 4-stars and 5-star recruits. Everybody's reclassed. I never reclassed. I was the right age. I was playing with 20 and 21-year-old freshmen, and I'm 18 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different level of sharks, and it's very hard nowadays to go in, you know, with no stats or, you know, not being a 5-star or something like that. So I just say, go to where someone wants you. If there's a coach calling you every single day, reach back, talk to them, you know, give them the conversation. Because there was a D3 school. I'm saying the name of the school. I don't even care. It was called Arcadia. It was D3. I wouldn't even call them back. They've been calling me since I was a freshman in high school. I said, I'm not even calling them back. The head coach became the Division I assistant associate head coach for St. Joseph's University, which would be a dream of mine to play. Now, who knows? If I keep that conversation with him, and I don't say to myself, well, you know, I just want to be D1, this is now, what's the point? Who knows? Maybe I could have ended up there. You know what I'm saying? You never know, but you just got to just value who values you. And stop chasing things who don't chase you. The same thing with women, chat. My type was always just like the prettiest woman in the world. Like, she just got to be like just a goddess. But then what happened? I'd be with her, then I'd find someone else that I thought looked even better, and then, like, I was never satisfied. Like I just always wanted like that dream girl and was always chasing it. Then when I finally got my dream girl, I lost it, and that was a part of it, you know, because I was in college being a dummy, and I needed that self-validation. I wasn't cheating physically, but, you know, if a girl was calling me cute, I was taking it, and I was entertaining it. You know, I wasn't saying I had no girlfriend, but we see her all the time and like lie. But cheating comes in different ways, chat. Us as homies, bro, we know what we do. It might not be physical, you know, sleeping with a girl, something like that, but, you know, just entertaining. Like, you know, a girl likes you and she's flirting with you, and, you know, you might not, you know, dance with her or leave with her or sleep with her or something, kiss her, but you're not saying that you have a girlfriend. You're just entertaining the conversation, entertaining the moment. Hey, what's up, Jay? What's up, Jay? Just you know, sharing different testimonies and just, you know, being even more real, you know, going deeper into, like, the life values that us men, young women, that go through every single day. And now we're on the topic of relationships, Jay. And just, man, like, just how you let distractions or others' will or things or what people tell you. Or I had times where me and my partner weren't cheating and we were both happy. But here's what happened. Other friends say, you know, they'll see a situation and they're saying things in her ear. You're complaining to your friends about your relationships, and others saying things in your ear. Nobody understands you more than your relationship. Nobody is there as much as you can be. I don't care if they say that they heard, like she talked, like you talk to your friend every day about your relationships, so they know. Keep it between y'all. That's every relationship. Whatever type of relationship you have with someone, friends, girlfriends, husband, wife, sibling, keep it between y'all. Because everyone has their own agenda based off of the people in their life, that what they've been through. They don't know what you did with them, because they couldn't be there every second of the journey, you know? But I would take that, and when all my friends would say, no, she's this, I heard she did that, I would start believing it, and then I started to fall into the trap. So chat, once again, do not let the world take you in. Understand the world, learn the world, because building relationships, learning how people move and work will help you in life. You got to understand people, because if you don't, then you'll be sad thinking that people are always against you. You'll be frustrated thinking that people don't know what's going on. Honestly, chat, none of us know what's going on. Unless you're God, you created the heavens and the earth, or you're his son, Jesus Christ, we don't know what we're doing. Everything is trial and tribulation. If everyone has something figured out, then there will be one distinct blueprint. But there's a different blueprint for every single success in life. It's always somebody commenting this or posting this, or this worked for me, this worked for me. Do what works for you. Okay? That worked for Sally. That worked for Dave. What about Carl? What about Jay? What about Tay Money? What about what y'all want to do? Okay? I used to turn to 60 and 70-year-old family members and uncles and aunties for validation about social media, chat. And then get upset when they wouldn't understand. That's like them going to you for stuff in the 70s and 80s about this and like old school stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like before cell phones and stuff, and you're saying stuff to them when that's not even your time. And it's the same thing now. They don't understand, guys. They don't. Go to people that are in your field, in your life, that are doing things that you're doing, because they go on Facebook and Instagram for entertainment, right? They leave their jobs that they've been doing since before we were even born, chat, and they use this for entertainment. They don't even understand how the algorithm is, what that is. They don't even understand that you can make money. Like, how can you make money digitally? Okay? They don't. It takes them an hour to post an Instagram post. You're gonna take advice from someone that it takes them 2 hours to do an Instagram post. You're gonna take advice from someone that calls you for assistance with their phone, right? It will be elderly people that would have to call me to learn how to FaceTime to say that social media stuff is cute and all, but it's not a way of life. You just called me yesterday because you couldn't even use FaceTime. Come on, chat. Come on. Think about it, baby. This is your life, baby. And I know. I think I'm so deep in Christ now that, like, it's almost, like, so crazy for me to, like think about, like, the old guy that I was. But chat. I made life so much harder, guys. Man. I made life so much harder, guys. I'm not even going to the cookout. And that's in August or something anyway. But I'm not even going. But man, yo man, like, stop going to people. Like, every time someone tries to give you validation or tell you right or wrong, just think in your mind, man, thank you, God. Thank you, God, for another day. Say it to them. Say it to them. Someone's being mean to you, this is how you get them. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up. May God bless me and you. Thank you. Thank you. This is what the Lord wants me to do. Bring God into it. Because if you talk to God and this is the life that God wants for you, bring him into it. And if they still have something to say, then you question them right then and there. So if God is telling me that this is best for me, and you're saying that I shouldn't be doing this even though God is saying it, are you trusting and believing in God's plan? Are you going against God's plan for me? So what does that make you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, chat? Stop letting people get in your head. That's why you got to understand the world. You got to understand people. Because I don't blame people anymore. I used to see it as he's not a good person. I used to be a runner. We're all runners. We're all scared. Stop acting like you're not a runner. You didn't run away from relationships, from people saying things to you. You didn't endure all your hardships. No one does. Okay? Maybe you did, but I didn't. Maybe you're just better than me. But there's times in my life, throughout my life, and it will continue to happen, that I sit there and I'm just happy and this and that, and someone just says something that you don't expect. And you're going to get that initial reaction, okay? I'm tired of people not being real and saying that I'm just happy every day. I have Christ now. No. You have a Savior. You believe in God and Jesus Christ because you understand how hard life is. And you know that you can't do this alone. You know that the Creator is the one that ultimately can. So stop trying to make it seem like your life is perfect. That's why I have a Savior. Because I tried to do it myself and I failed. And I keep failing. Yes. Do not lose your joy, chat. Like, come on. When people have something negative to say, I get even happier. That means you're relevant. That means that they want to be like you. Like, yes. When you don't hear anything, that's when you get sad. When I played basketball my whole life and I was hooping and I was him, that's when I was hearing all the negativity and all the feedback. Guess when I heard nothing, chat? When I wasn't playing. Guess when the noise stopped, when I didn't have motion. So if you're hearing negativity, if people tell you you're not doing the right thing, that's motion. But coaches through sports, I learned one thing through sports. If they're not on you, if they're not cursing you out, if they're not going against you, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Because if you're comfortable and if every single person tells you you're doing something right, then you're probably doing something wrong. And you're living your life based off of other people. Because tell me one person that's successful that every single person says, oh, thank you, like you're perfect. Look at our president. Look at entertainers. Look at LeBron James. Let's talk about LeBron. What has LeBron done wrong? He gets hate every day. They talk about stuff in his school. He built a school, and they talk about his school. Homeboy he got his son and all these different jobs, right? CEOs, business people, right? They make their children, their people, the next heirs. The next people, right? But now we got this African-American man that finally took a business, a billion-dollar industry, succeeded, excelled in it, and now he's just trying to build it for his son, right? And now it's a problem. But all the Apple stores and all these other people that do things, it's cool, right? To have their son lead. It was cool when Jordan did it, when Jordan put his son at the lead of it. But you see what I mean? So they'll always pick and choose, chat. No matter what you do, Homeboy built a school. Homeboy never cheated on his wife. Homeboy has a wonderful wife. And you can look up something every single day about LeBron, chat. Like, come on, chat. Like, come on, bro. You're going to hear it, bro. You're going to hear it. Stop trying to run. I'm done running, chat. I want to hear it. I want to hear all the feedback. It makes me more joy. I get even happier. You should be happier. Happy, man. What Pharrell say? Stay focused. Yes. And you will accomplish your goals much faster. Yes. Let's keep it real. Bryce better. I'm not going to cap. Yo, I've always said that too, Valid Screens. The younger brother always winds up being better because he learns from the older brother. And he's taller too. It just seems like he's going to figure it out. And Bronny's good. I think Bronny's going to have a great career. But I always feel like in a lot of situations, the younger brother, because, he can see what the older brother's doing. And he has the father as well. So he has the father and an older brother to understand and play against him and grow. So sky's the limit. How tall is you? I'm like 6'2.5", 6'3" with sneakers on. So, my bios, online will say 6'3", but I'm probably like 6'2" in those shoes. You're going to, yes, yup. If you hang with negative people, yup, that's true. So, Jay said, you can't expect to have a positive life if you hang with negative people or if you let the negative stuff impact you. Because I'm telling you, no matter what you do, people are going to be negative, chat. They are people. Why do you think that you can control people? Why is it that you think that, you do a post and, every single person is just going to, comment? Every single viral post that I have, chat, it's 50-50 or it's negative pot. Like that's why it's viral. You want different reactions, different people, different interpretations. That's what viral is. Yeah, okay, fine. If you want 10 likes and two things, fine. Make that post based off of someone else. Make that post, because you want to lie. Those posts that get no views are like the ones that like you're boasting yourself or you're doing all these extra edits and taking too much time and caring too much. The viral ones are, you know what? You're telling people how you feel. You're being real. You put the phone up and you're real people. If you're at the gym, you record one workout at the gym and just upload it and say, I had a tough day today and I went to the gym. Like we live our lives each and every single day inspiring ourselves. At the same time, we can inspire others. All you got to do is show it, You can do it formally, verbally. You can show it. But, man, just continue to inspire others. If it's not content, you can physically be nice to someone in the workplace. You can sit next to someone at the lunch table that doesn't have a friend. It don't always got to be recorded because we're not all content creators, But just be a positive person. That's it. It don't got to be content. It's just about positivity. That's it. Constant positivity. Constant being a good person. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, All my examples, I give the example based off of what I do for my life, but it's a general example, Don't chase. Don't chase. Persevere as a Christian, don't chase. When you chase, you're searching for temporary. That's why you chase it, because it comes quick. It all comes at once. Persevere every single day. I grew today, right? My business grew 1% today. My business grew another 2%. Because a year from now, that's going to be 10% and 10%. It's going to just keep going. Consistency, and grinding. Hey, just locking in. Ignore any outside noise is what I do. Yes. W valid screens. Lock in chat. Yo, YouTube chat's going crazy. I'm so sorry, y'all. Marcus Jordan got caught. Dang, y'all are talking about, yo, chat. The YouTube chat's going crazy. Like, hold on. Let's read some. They're talking about Michael Jordan's son doing a bunch of stuff. Then they said, God is the head of everything. Amen. My fault, chat. See, chat, see. That's why, make sure y'all follow me on both, because sometimes I'm more interactive with TikTok. Sometimes I'm more interactive with YouTube. But YouTube is popping right now, but y'all are vicious. They're vicious right now on YouTube, chat. So if y'all want the positive chat, that's on TikTok. Y'all are coming ruthless, man, at Marcus Jordan. What did Marcus Jordan do, chat? My gosh. But, yeah, man, just keep being positive, chat. Keep being a good dude, and I'm telling you, man, always remember this. If they're not talking, if they're not hating, if they're not doubting, you're doing something wrong. The only time in my life that I wasn't hearing haters, I wasn't hearing doubt, was when I was down bad, was when I was getting no tick. I was getting no playing time, and nobody cared about me. Great. That's when the noise stopped. That's when the hate stopped, chat. And when I had no motion, when I was just sitting around, depressed, not doing nothing. Yes. Now that I'm back social media, whatever I do in life, there's hate. In the workplace, there's, negativity. But it's life. Like, that's how you grow. That's why you got to understand the world, chat. Because if you don't, you're going to fall into the trap that, oh, I must not be good enough because these 10 people told me I'm not good enough, Every day is a gift from God. There's no guarantee of tomorrow. There's not, man. There's not. That's why no more. I'm going to schedule this post for Thursday, for tomorrow. I'm posting it. I don't care. I don't care if I post 100 times a day. You shouldn't either. Tomorrow's not promised. You're going to sit back and then that post gets never posted. Post it. Where's my girl Shayla? Yo, Jay. You remember Shayla, Jay? Yo, I want y'all to check it out. Oh, my God. W's in the chat for Shayla. Jay, you remember, brother. And Valid Screens was here, too. Y'all remember this girl Shayla, mad nice joining. She said she was doing this like dancing stuff, right? Like her and her sister were great dancers, but she always wanted to do content, but she didn't think she was good, and she thinks it's gonna be hate. Now y'all remember, I used to sit in here, we used to pray about it. I used to say, Shayla, I'm waiting. Shayla, where's the post? Come on. Her first post, chat? Her first post with her sister? A dancing video, like just her getting into it, 33K. Second video, 16K. She's blowing up, chat. More than I am. She's going crazy. Why? She's trusting and believing in God. She showed unconditional kindness. She's doing her. I know y'all remember Shayla, chat. One of these days, I'm going to put one of her videos like on my story so y'all can check out her page. Yo, man. That's what I'm saying. Just post, baby. Just post. Y'all remember just a month ago, she had no posts up. She was sitting there yo, she's going places. Her and her sister. Be right back. All right, Jay. Thanks for all the love, brother. But yo, man, like that's my testimony, man. Just do it. Just do it, chat. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. You're not ready. You don't know how to edit. You don't know how to do this. Just do it, baby. It's your life, baby. It's your life, baby. Take advantage of it, baby. It's your life, baby. Your opportunity, baby boy. Come on. The storm's coming. The storm is here. People are talking. That means the motion is near. If people are talking, people are hating, if people are doubting, the motion is near. The motion is near, chat. I got to go to church now. Just do. People going to always hate on you. Everyone does have to like you. Yep. Not everyone's going to like you, chat. There's not one person that you look up to that not somebody hasn't talked about. So there's not someone that you don't want to be like. Like, we all have like someone that like motivates us. If you look up their story, there's going to be 100 people that say they're good, another 100 people that say the 100 things like they're bad about. So, hey man, that's how life's going to go. But you can either be taken in by the world or conquer the world and be on top and keep going. And just let God lead you. Conquer. And conquer, 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 conquer. Keep conquering, baby boy. This is your life. Let's say a prayer to close. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for this beautiful 4th of July weekend, Lord. It's Sunday. I pray that we just continue to just seek you for guidance, seek you for advice. I pray that we turn to you, Lord, because you are the way, the truth, and the light, and we can't live this life without you. Please continue to take care of our bodies through sickness and health, our mental health, our physical health. Take care of our families. You know what we're going through, Lord. Just continue to be a blessing, Lord, and most importantly, I pray that we continue to turn to you. We don't try to figure things out ourselves, but we turn to you, Lord. So we love you. We trust you. Thank you for everything you do for us each and every single day in our lives. Amen. Amen, chat. This is your life, your opportunity. Go be great. I'll be live later. I got church. I'm going right to the gym. So I'm still on the grind. I'm live every single day showing y'all what it takes to be great. I'm not stopping. I only slept 2 hours today, by the way. I didn't want to say that to the end because I wanted y'all to see the whole live, be inspired. I slept for 2 hours. 2 hours, chat. Was up all day. My brother just had his daughter, so I was there all day. Haven't slept. And I'm still just thanking God. I'm happy. I don't care. I don't care. And that's how I'm moving. So stop making excuses, chat. Y'all see the time? I was live for an hour today, and I would have been longer, but I'm going to church. But I'll be back. So amen. Stop making excuses. Stop being tired. I have a heart condition. I don't care. I still work out. I still do my push-ups. I pray to God every day, and I'm thankful. Be thankful. Peace. Peace.